Did you know Mario 64 actually had 3 major versions on the Nintendo 64? Today, we're checking out the original Japanese and North American launch versions, jumping into the Japan-only Shindou Rumble Pack version, and then diving into the unreleased 64DD build that eventually found its way online. And once you start comparing these side by side, there's actually way more differences than most people realize.
Alright, let's start with the original Japanese launch version versus the North American release. And right away, the Japanese version is missing Mario's voice lines.
It's me, Mario! Hello! Okie dokie! It's me, Mario!
Watch Peach here in the Japanese intro. There's no voice acting at all. Now watch the North American version. That sets the tone for Peach's voice in every game she's in going forward.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
And here's the voice work they added to Mario, which is voiced by Charles Marinette.
Okie dokie! Let's go! Game over! Press start to play! I'm tired. Nighty. Spaghetti. Ravioli. Mamma mia. Mamma mia! Here we go!
Although it isn't much, it really added to the feel of Mario's personality. Even little stuff changed between versions. Watch Jolly Roger Bay here. The Japanese version just has this bubbly underwater painting. The DD keeps the bubbly painting as well. Now look at the US version. I feel like this matches the feel of the level better. Check out the Chain Chomp and Bob on Battlefield. It sounds a little bit different. Let's listen in. And then there's the glitches. Watch the original backwards long jump. Mario completely destroys physics here. This glitch basically became part of Mario 64 culture at this point. Even people who have never played the game know this staircase clip.
Before the days of DLC patching, a game required a new revision or version. In 1997, Nintendo did just that with the Shindou Pack Taiyo version, which sounds complicated, but really, this was the Rumble Pack version of Mario 64. And back then, controller rumble still felt futuristic. Here's Shindou. Every hit, explosion, ground pound, all of it rumbles now. And in 1997, this stuff honestly felt insane. But here's the really big change. Watch the original backwards long jump again. Now, watch Shindou. Yeah, they completely killed it. Nintendo capped Mario's backward speed so the exploit doesn't work anymore. Imagine buying the new version back then and suddenly Mario can't break reality anymore. There's smaller weird differences too. Listen to Bowser here in the original version. Now, Shindou. Such a tiny change, but if you grew up with Mario 64, it sounds completely wrong. Even the title screen changed. Normal version first. Now, Shindou. Little rumble icon right there in the corner. And Shindou even has weird extras like the hidden Z button effect on the title screen. Mario even faces the screen after grabbing poles and trees now. Most people outside Japan probably never even saw any of this stuff. And weirdly enough, this version suddenly became important again decades later because Nintendo used it as the base for Mario 64 in 3D All-Stars on Switch.
But somehow, the weirdest version of Mario 64 still wasn't Shindou, because Nintendo also experimented with a disk drive version tied to the Nintendo 64 DD. And if you've never seen one of these things before, don't worry, most people haven't. The 64 DD was basically dead on arrival. Nintendo wanted rewritable disc, expanded games, downloadable content, all this futuristic stuff, but almost nobody bought the thing. And somewhere in the middle of all this, they were working on a DD version of Mario 64. Alright, let's watch the launch version title screen first. Classic Mario 64. Everybody knows this screen. Now look at the DD version. This is obviously a placeholder. It feels more like somebody accidentally found Nintendo's unfinished homework than a real release version of Mario 64. Since this was on disk technology, there were technical compromises. Let's compare the differences and see if you notice. The original's loading time is pretty much instant. It isn't too bad, but there's little hiccups in the DD version. Let's watch. It actually loads worse, which sounds backwards until you remember how insanely fast the Nintendo 64 cartridges already were. Even the audio behaves differently. Listen to the original castle music first. Now the DD version. It's subtle, but the timing and sound behavior are slightly different throughout the game. And then there's a game-breaking bug. Watch as we make our way up to Wiggler and Tiny Huge Island. This makes it so you can't get all 120 stars. We do have to take into account this is just a prototype though. Too bad we never got the final version.
So technically, yeah, Mario 64 really did have 3 major Nintendo 64 versions. Did you guys know about the other 2 versions? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.